On today's World Insight, the up-and-coming entrepreneurs in Macau, how the city is diversifying its economy. Witness Macau in Transition, a World Insight special.
The Macau skyline remains the same, but the Macau to be is underway. On 20th anniversary of Macau's return to China, let me take you around the city. Explore Macau's diversified economy, from financial services to tourism and entrepreneurship. See up close Macau's aspiration, cultural diversity, rising infrastructures, and its vibrant younger generation. Macau in transition, only on World Insight. Hello and welcome to Macau in Transition. I'm Tian Wei. Despite the hustle and bustle of Macau, it did little to win others' respect for a long time. It mainly had to do with the biggest draw, the gaming industry. Now Macau is full of cash, but how can it use it well to encourage innovation and entrepreneurship? I went to seek answers by talking to teams of rising entrepreneurs in town. First, the four from the Yorkshire Online Academy. That is a successful online foreign language teaching platform in Macau. As its business grows, it has gone both online and offline. My visit there started from a small class teaching Portuguese to small kids. I could not help but join them at the end of the class. Oh, I'm so glad to join this class. Thank you, Rebecca, for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you for coming.
I'm so happy to have all of them. 特别高兴能有小朋友们加入哈。I envy you. I'm jealous of your job. They're so cute.
Yeah.
好，我们现在啊做一个游戏 ，Let's play a game. 说出 hello， 然后说出自己的名字，然后大家给他们鼓掌，好不好？好 ，OK. Hello. My name is Tian Wei. Joanna, 欢迎。It's not easy to conduct a class like this, but they're so cute.
Yeah, they are. They truly are. They are very cute, and then
Yeah.
at the beginning they are a little bit shy.
Yeah.
But at the end, they are all very friendly and kind and very active.
While you're talking about this, they're moving far away from you.
They are afraid. They're a little bit camera.
Yes.
They are really good students.
To our viewers, bye-bye. Bye-bye. The Macau skyline remains the same, but the Macau to be is underway. On 20th anniversary of Macau's return to China, let me take you around the city. Explore Macau's diversified economy, from financial services to tourism and entrepreneurship. See up close Macau's aspiration, cultural diversity, rising infrastructures, and its vibrant younger generation. Macau in transition, only on World Insight. And now I'm joined by the founder and the teacher of this company. So much fun I had in that classroom with the little kids. I'm sure for you guys the same.
Yes.
Maybe you want to introduce yourself to our audience from different parts of the world, please.
Hi everyone, my name is Nikki. I'm one of the co-founder of Yorkshire Online Academy, and I'm also the CEO of our company.
All right, this is the CEO, Nikki. Let's go to the next one.
My name is Lily, and I am also one of the founder of Yorkshire Online Academy, and we founded in September 2018. So I'm mainly in charge of the operation of the company.
I see. Okay.
Hello everyone, I'm Bobo. I'm also one of the co-founders of Yorkshire Online Academy, and I'm responsible mainly for the marketing and finance of the company.
Okay, so how is the build going? The finance?
Nice. I will talk about this more later.
Okay, well, I'll wait for that. And what about for you?
So my name is Pedro, and I'm actually currently teaching IELTS for YOA, and it's been a great experience and it's really fun.
So how are your students' performances?
They are doing quite well. In fact, one of my students actually got the scores that she wanted, so it was really satisfying.
Yeah, I love the class, I have to say, earlier in the classroom. But I guess that's just one of the many classes you're operating, right?
Yes, that was just one of the offline workshop for the students. We combine online education with educational travel and overseas education consulting service.
And which part is the best, the most promising business?
I think in terms of the growth, in terms of the scalability, I would say online education because you can go everywhere, you can go anywhere in the world. But in terms of the profitability, I would say overseas education.
Where do you take the students to?
As you know that we are only operate for a year, so we take students to the school in mainland China first, and we are planning to bring the foreign student to Macau in the coming year.
Okay, so how were the earlier trips doing?
It was awesome. We bring about, in the first year, in 2017, we're very early to operate the study tour for the Edinburgh University student, and we brought around 20 students to mainland China. And last year we brought a double, 40 students to mainland China.
To which university?
To a local school, to a local secondary school in Anhui.
Wow, you're really doing something for the people-to-people exchanges.
Yes, because I think multicultural is very important for foreign people to know about China, to learn about China, and for us to explore the world, the rest of the world.
That's wonderful to know. I love the idea behind your business. But is it making money so far?
Yeah. So for the first year, we are for the first 6 months, it's been very difficult for us because the revenue is not very good. The revenue number is not very good in the first half years. Later on, I think from started from June, we have achieved the exponentially growth. So we have already reached the break-even. The monthly growth rate for the last 3 months is over 30%.
Wow, good. Are you feeling relieved in a way?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
We are still aiming more.
What is your goal?
Our aim is to become the #1 online language learning platform in the Greater Bay Area.
Great luck.
Yeah.
So what about for you, Bobo? How did you girls come together?
We have a story.
Okay.
Because we 3 of us study in the UK, and we were all born in Macau, and then we studied English in traditional school for more than 12 years before we studied in the UK, and we all experienced the same problem. So when we first arrived in the UK, we tried to speak to foreign people, but we couldn't really communicate with them. And then I feel that there may be some problem with the education system. So they focus a lot on reading and writing, but they do not pay a lot of attention in speaking and listening. So therefore, I think it's a good opportunity for us to set up a platform that allows students to communicate with foreigners when they are young.
So how is it like to work with these ladies?
I mean, it's amazing. I haven't worked here for too long, but...
You have obviously 3 lady bosses. Huh?
Yes. Yes. And they've been amazing as well. I could see the drive of the company, and they are really working very hard every day. And for me, I mean, I'm just contributing to part of their story, and it's a meaningful story. And for me, there's nothing more than educating the next generation to get them aware of the importance of communication. That's really, really important nowadays.
It is very important, as you say. But you know, when I think about this, it's not easy to start a business, isn't it? Not let alone to make sure it's going to run very well, profitable, and it's going to further develop? I heard that you are all coming from families where your parents are entrepreneurs, right?
Our family, our father and mother are also entrepreneurs. They are originally from mainland China, but I think they came to Macau around 30 years ago, and they started their business in Macau, and they taught us how the importance of having our own business. So from when I was very little, I sell second-hand books at school, and I also sell second-hand books on Amazon when I'm studying in the UK. So my entrepreneurship is, I think we say, is around the education industry. So when I come back here, I started the online language platform. I think it's sort of my faith.
Before we go, I want to know, what do you need as entrepreneurs here? You know, you're obviously in an incubation center. How much help do they provide you? How much help do they provide you? What still do you need?
We are very lucky to be able to join this incubator in Macau. So we have all the chance to go to many exhibitions like the MIF and the MIS. So we have many chance to pitch, to present our idea to all sorts of people. And the staff here are very helpful. They provide us with accounting and the lawyer. So basically all the registration process, they will help us. So apart from all the helps that we get from the incubation center, we are surrounded by people who are also doing startup. So it's very helpful for us. We can talk to other teams that they are doing other projects. So we can have like different ideas come together and then combine our idea together to be more creative and innovative. Yes. So apart from all the helps that we get from center, we are still looking for fundings for investment. It's quite hard to get for company like us to get funding in Macau. So it's great news that Macau may be becoming more of a financial center. It may help us, but for now we are still looking for funding in Macau.
For those who are watching the program, if you want to invest in such a project, do, because these are great ladies and they have great teachers as well. Bobo, you want to say something?
And we, of course, face a lot of challenges during our entrepreneurial journey. And the action that we take is to learn actively, because I understand that being an entrepreneur, the best way to reduce uncertainty is by learning. And also, we try our best to turn challenges into opportunities. And we also need to have very good self-discipline, because there will be no fixed working hours and no fixed working places. So we need to embrace these challenges, and then I think we will be able to build our empire.
You go, girls. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Yes.
You're watching World Insight. Still to come on our program. Driving tourism and smart vending businesses in Macau. The lowdown right after the break.
I mean, the former Portuguese colony of Macau, 20 years ago, it returned to China, has become a special administrative region. Only 60 kilometers west of Hong Kong, for a long time, Macau was easily overlooked by most of the world, and only well known for its gaming industry. But recently, change and transformation is on the minds of many. It's not that Macau's economy slowed down, not at all. It has developed rapidly over the past 20 years. Its gaming industry revenue is 7 times that of Las Vegas. Its per capita GDP even also ranks among the highest in Asia and the world. But people want a better future for Macau, one with more potential and versatility. During my recent visit to Macau, the people we talked to Government officials, business leaders, or university students, or any locals on the street will tell you Macau wants to diversify its economy and take advantage of opportunities. So what are these opportunities? The future focus will be on tourism and finance. Looking at the city's background as a gateway between East and West gives Macau a unique advantage to develop tourism. In fact, it is already on its way, with the mainland economy booming and also the mainland tourists making up the majority of tourists traveling here. Macau is also working to develop more financial infrastructure so it could connect the Portuguese-speaking economies with China and Asia. At the same time, policies will integrate Macau with mainland cities in the Greater Bay Area. The Greater Bay Area, by the way, is the region around the Pearl River Delta that also includes Hong Kong and Guangdong Province. In addition, with more land comes more space for development. Macau has been allocated with more land in Hengqin thanks to the favorable policies from Beijing central government. As a result, education, healthcare, entrepreneurship all become possible. Businesses that focus on gaming industry now have more space to diversify their future too. With a population of 600,000, Macau is small, but great things come in small packages. It has clear goals and a shared vision. That is, a future is only guaranteed through hard work and transformation. The Macau skyline remains the same, but the Macau to be is underway. On 20th anniversary of Macau's return to China, let me take you around the city. Explore Macau's diversified economy, from financial services to tourism and entrepreneurship. See up close Macau's aspiration, cultural diversity, rising infrastructures, and its vibrant younger generation. Macau in transition, only on World Insight. Welcome back. You're still watching Macau in Transition. I'm Tian Wei. After talking to the founders of the online foreign language teaching platform, I also got the scoop of entrepreneurship here in Macau by meeting Marco. Marco, originally from Portugal, has settled down with his Macanese wife in Macau. He is running an online tourism business, trying to compete with increasing number of travel agencies in Macau. I found him on a busy weekend morning. Marco, it's good to see you in Macau.
It's my pleasure.
You're running a tourism business here in the city. How fascinating is it? Tell me more about it.
Yes, so it's fascinating to be here in Macau. You know, we try to offer experiences for the travelers coming to Macau to enjoy and have fun.
You have 38 million people traveling here every year. A lot of business.
Yes, this is an incredible city, as you mentioned. Many people coming from everywhere.
What kind of tours would you organize?
So, you know, the egg tart is a famous, you know, cooking the egg tart, the Portuguese egg tart is very famous.
Yes.
Biking tours is very nice to do, biking tour in Macau.
Sounds tempting.
Yes.
And others?
Others that people also enjoy a lot, like paintball, you know, doing paintball in Macau. You know, a lot of people also, so, yeah.
That was quite a walk you took me around.
Yes, it's true, it's true. With the down and happy hills here of Macau.
Yes, exactly. It must be very competitive in this market.
It is very competitive.
What is the key to get there as an entrepreneur?
To try to get differentiate from the others, I will say. And then also having perseverance and believe in your idea.
Mm-hmm. And I guess Macau gives you a lot of inspirations?
Yes, Macau is a very inspirational city to be, definitely.
Why?
Because, you know, a lot of people coming here from a lot of places, so you've got this energy, this mix of people and that's great.
You and your family all living here?
Yes, we all live here. Actually, I came here because of my wife. She's Macanese, and that is why I came here 6 years ago.
Say hi to them for me.
Okay, I will do.
Macau is trying to diversify its economy. Tourism is one of them, right?
Correct. You know, it's very important to show to people that Macau is not all about casinos, that there is a lot of stuff to do, a great history to show to the people, and a lot of fun activities as well.
While we are talking, we can hear, you know, in the background, the circling of helicopters.
Yeah.
Obviously, a lot of TV crews even in the sky.
It's crazy. It's crazy
days
yeah.
Because people are here to celebrate the 20th anniversary. But what does that mean to you guys?
For us, it's a big celebration. You know, 20 years already of Macau returning to the mainland. And for us as a company, you know, a lot of the 38 million people we were talking visitors, a lot are coming from China. So and
60% from the mainland.
60% from the mainland, and you know, 70% of these people are millennials. So young people coming to Macau, and they are looking for other stuff.
You better have the fun stuff to offer to them.
We need to have that. Yes.
But you know, particularly for your family, I know you are Portuguese and your wife is Macanese, meaning those originally coming from Portugal but settled down here in Macau and are originally raised and born here. So what does that mean for you guys?
No, for us, you know, it's great. We came back also 6 years ago to Macau after my wife was born and raised here. We returned here, and for us, you know, there is a lot of opportunities here in Macau. You know, it's a city that is booming in terms of you know, in tourism. So it's great for us.
I shouldn't keep you too long. I know you have a lot of work.
Yes, correct.
Because so many people are coming in.
Yes, we are going to Kuluan this afternoon.
Thank you so much, Marco.
Thank you. Thank you.
All the best.
Thank you.
After bidding goodbye to Marco, I also went to see Lap, who, after working for more than a decade in Silicon Valley, returned to Macau. He runs a smart vending machine business, and he and his colleagues could not help but show me around, particularly about their business model. I think this is very complimentary, a wonderful smart vending machine. Now show it to me. I want to make a lot of order here. Okay. Now I can use e-payment, WeChat. Bill on the phone. Okay, got it. Thank you. The Macau skyline remains the same, but the Macau to be is underway. On 20th anniversary of Macau's return to China, let me take you around the city. Explore Macau's diversified economy, from financial services to tourism and entrepreneurship. See up close Macau's aspiration, cultural diversity, rising infrastructures, and its vibrant younger generation. Macau in transition, only on World Insight. Join us now, Marco Duarte, who is the founder and also managing partner of Follow Me Macau, and also Lap Chen, who is the co-founder of Mbox. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
You are the representatives of entrepreneurs from Macau. Now, behind us is a beautiful skyline of Macau. It is much more than the gaming industry. So tell me more about exactly what you are doing and your entrepreneurship.
So Follow Me Macau is a website that sells unique activities in leisure and entertainment. And we try to show to people that there is much more to do than just gambling here in Macau.
Yes, indeed. What about for you, Lap?
Mbox is the leading smart vending machine platform or service here in Macau. We are also the first local startup to provide smart retail service or equipment to the SMB or even enterprise companies.
I see. Macau is trying to diversify its economy. Tourism, extremely important, but it's going to be very competitive. And how would you be able to make sure you provide the services for people from all over the world, that is going to be a challenge.
Yes, it will be a challenge indeed, and I think there is a tremendous opportunity to diversify, to have more people from all around the world, and why not also more people from the Portuguese-speaking countries.
Yes.
Today, Macau is very focused for the Chinese market, is the main area where people come from, and we are here is to show to all people from all over the world, you know, that they can come here to Macau, because there's much more than casinos. There is a huge history between you know, Portugal and China, and that's fantastic. We need to show this mix of cultures.
Yeah. You are originally coming from Portugal, and your wife are Macanese here.
Correct.
But still, when you talk about the Portuguese-speaking countries, it's going to be coming from Europe, from Africa, from Asia as well. So it's going to be a lot of diversity than what is now. So how are you going to cater to the tourists that are coming here looking for their own culture, but at the same time, the real culture of Macau?
No, nowadays we have internet, so it makes things easy to spread the world to these countries. But as you said, there is a lot of countries, with Brazil in South America, which is the biggest population. We've got Portugal, we've got African countries, and there is a tremendous you know, there's curiosity of this part of the world, and come and see the culture.
Yeah, I guess you have to work on your plan now, how to appeal to all of these tourists as well.
Correct.
Yes. What about for you, Lab? You've been working on this smart vending machine, the very first in Macau.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
But at the same time, there are already a lot of development in that regard on the mainland, for example.
Yep.
So what is your relation, your businesses, with those partners on the mainland?
Actually, I worked in Shenzhen before, like in 2 years. That's the reason I noticed that mobile payment was getting very popular there in China at that time, but it's still not yet started in Macau yet. That's the reason we want to bring the smart vending solution to the Macau. Also, since I worked in Shenzhen for 2 years, I met the manufacturer and developer there. That's why we have a good relationship with them. So that's the reason why when we start, we have a lot of partners there already. Yeah.
It's good to see that you're trying to bring in all kinds of business models, you know, not only to run smart vending machines, but also to cooperate with businesses, provide them with the solutions through smart vending machines.
The reason why we bought this is Smart City also getting very serious here in Macau. We just start Smart City program in about 2 years. We our government brought in Alibaba as a partner for the Smart City project. That's the reason we thought that smart vending machine or smart retailing will be the trend in the near future. We want to start this before everybody else. That's the reason we start this.
And there are many mainland tourists coming into Macau. In fact, the majority of them are coming from Guangdong, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So they all use e-payment.
Yes.
On the mainland. So it's actually a way for them to feel familiarized with the situation here.
Yes. Actually, there's a lot of tourists come to the Macau every day, and they shop a lot. You know that.
Oh, wow, I know that. I did a little bit.
All over the world.
Since they already they use mobile phone as a payment wallet instead of cash. So that's why our machine will be very convenient for them to make purchase, not only the drinks or food, but also more luxury stuff.
Yeah, there's one thing about Macau, talent, always a very important factor, whether you are doing businesses or you're doing research and technologies. But it's going to be a challenge for quite some time, because earlier there were not that many favorable policies toward attracting talents from all over the world, not to mention even from the mainland. So Marco, what do you make of that? Because your businesses, both of yours, need talents, and great talents in a way.
Entrepreneurs look at China as a very big market. You know, it will be, I think, easy to attract them, and the government is doing that.
Yeah.
Is putting in places policies that will help to attract these entrepreneurs.
Lap, I know a little bit story about you. You work in Silicon Valley for more than 10 years
Yes.
as an engineer, and now you decided to move back to China, first go to Shenzhen, as you mentioned, and now you are back in Macau, where your birthplace is.
Yes, yes.
But, you know, still, how to attract talents from all over the world is an issue.
Yes, I think there's a lot of people like me in Macau. They are coming back from like the foreign country, or they study abroad and then come back to here. But Macau is a small place. Not a few years ago, there's not many startups like us. But you see, in the recent year, like the government support this startup, the whole thing, or the internet business,
Yes.
or even my colleagues, like someone like Macao coming from the foreign country and try to get to this great Bay Area
Yes.
here in Macau to do their business. So I think it's very attractive to all of the talent all over the world, or even in China, come to Macau and start their business here.
Talking about that, I really want to ask you, both of you entrepreneurs, what do you need? Because Macau is not lack of cash. Has a lot of cash. But how to use the money, and how to use the money smartly to support entrepreneurship, to make sure it's going to be generations of innovation and entrepreneurship. That's the issue. I know both of you are participating in some kinds of innovation hubs. What kind of conditions do they provide you guys? And what do you still need as entrepreneurs?
You know, for us, it's very important, these new policies they are doing with the Great Bay Area. So basically, we are in an incubator here in Macau, in a startup incubator. And there are some policies and agreements that have been done with several incubators in Shenzhen, in Guangzhou, in Dongshan, in Zhongshan. So where we do have access to these incubators, and it helps us to facilitate business when doing things with China. So these kind of policies that the government puts in place definitely will help, you know, is helping on boosting the...
But when you get into an incubator, what kind of support do they really provide you with?
It goes from the basics, so the having a space office.
Yes.
But then it goes, you know, from legal services, free legal services, accounting, free accounting services, looking for human resources, business matching opportunities, PR, you know, getting to get known on the news.
So all of these important infrastructure points of businesses, right?
Exactly.
They are providing you, particularly at the very beginning.
Exactly.
Yeah. But at the same time, I would say, Marco and Lab, businesses are very different, because both of yours already demonstrate that. One is more about tourism and smart tourism. The other is smart vending machine. You know, it's about combining the traditional with the new. So how would the hubs be able to provide catered service and catered support to entrepreneurs like you? Lab.
Actually, we want to build a platform that actually, you know, the cost of starting a business is very high. Also, like the rent.
You tell me. Okay.
like the rental of the store. We are thinking about that. If we can create a retail platform for our local art designer, they can build their products, but they don't need to. They spend less money on their rental, but they can spend more money on their actual product design. That will be great for them. Like also, if we can do a platform, we have a lot of customers come to our machine to buy their stuff. We think that will be great for these local people as well. That's why we try. That's what we are trying to achieve.
Right. You know, the spirit of entrepreneurship is not easy to come by, because I understand, you know, Macau's economy is doing very well as a result of a booming gaming industry decades ago. But now it wants to diversify, but it still has very comfortable life. On the other hand, being an entrepreneur is not about being comfortable, right? So how would you be able to, in a very rich per capita GDP at least, in a comfortable, look at that behind us, beautiful sceneries. People want to relax in a comfortable living environment, but at the same time encourage entrepreneurship. I think that is a key question here. How to gear up the younger generation to be able to do something that they really desire. Lap.
I think we are trying to do, like, we are first, I would say first generation of this startup trend,
yes.
or startup
first generation, think about that.
Here in Macau. Also, we can demonstrate our work to others. Like, we are very many channels right now. It's all internet, or even TV program like this all over the internet. They can easily reach to this our staff or Macau staff or anything.
We'll send you a link after the broadcast
yeah,
so that you can spread the message around.
Yeah, yeah.
That's good. It's very important. But how to bring in, you know, I know both of you hire the next generation, young people, in your businesses. How to encourage them not only to work in a company, but also to be able to work on their own initiative, Marco?
But you know, nowadays, as Lap was saying, there is a lot of support for the government. There is this structure of incubators where people can be there and develop their ideas. But I think the young generation, it's not like our fathers or our grandfathers. They don't want to work in a very close environment, hierarchy environment. They want to work and develop their own ideas. Yes. And I think there is a lot of changes is coming on with the new generation that want to be in a creative space and do their own things.
Sounds fascinating. Before we go, I do want to ask both of you, you know, Macau is celebrating its 20th years anniversary return to China. During the past 20 years, a lot of changes happening. I know that Macau also have big ambition for transformation. How do you, as an individual, as someone who look at this market and say, I want to be an entrepreneur here, and also as someone who see the huge potential of Macau linking different places, see the future of this place? Marco?
I see a very great future for this place.
I know your family whole settled down
yes,
here, right?
Yes, my two kids being here at the Portuguese school here in Macau. And I think there are bright years ahead, you know, the developing here of the tourism, the Great Bay Area, this linkage with the Portuguese-speaking countries. You know, I see this. I'm very happy to be here in the celebration of the 20 years of the handover. And the future is bright.
The future is bright. We're looking forward to more good news coming from your business. A bike ride, don't forget that.
Yeah, I'm waiting for you, okay?
Okay. And what about for you, Lap?
Yes, definitely. You mentioned in the past 20 years, maybe gambling or gaming is the main business here in Macau. But in this last few years, we have this great plan, the Great Bay Area. Yes. We link up with many cities in Canton. One of the Canton. One of the biggest hub is Hong Kong and Macau. Yes. That's the opportunity we have right now. And when the talent is coming over from Canton or China, and also we are very close by Hangqin. You can see the skylight, there's a Hangqin there.
That's right.
And we will get more space or people coming into this area, and then I think we can work something out in the next 20 years.
Yeah. It's not just about land, it's also about providing opportunities come together with the land.
Yes.
It's not going to be real estate projects. It's going to be a place, hopefully, about where innovation and entrepreneurship happens. Well, thank you so much. I really learned a lot from both of you, Lap Chen and also Marco Duarte. Thank you so much. All the best for your businesses.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Say hi to your company friends. Okay, bye. Thank you so much. You're watching Macau in Transition, our special program for the 20th anniversary of Macau's return to China. Tomorrow, we are going to continue to dig deeper into Macau and see how the city is transforming its economy and diversifying its economy smoothly. I'm Tian Wei on behalf of my teams here in Macau and back in Beijing. Thanks for watching and see you tomorrow.